All right, welcome back to College Football Addiction. I've got Drake C. Toll on with us. Our video today presented by BetUS. More on them later. Drake, the portal is absolutely insane. And we've seen things in the portal this cycle that have shocked even the person that maybe doubted that we would get, another massive surprise. This Wisconsin story with Xavier Lucas asking to go in the portal, signing a contract, the contract dependent on this, never entering the portal, but just unenrolling from a school and ending up at Miami. Doesn't shock anybody that Miami would skirt the rules on anything, but the portal, does it not even exist anymore? You don't even have to use it.
It's not a real thing. It's Fugazi. There is no transfer portal. It's not a thing. We've stopped. We've given up. It's away. It's gone away. It's gone away. And this isn't TJ Pittenger or Drake Toll or Joe from down the street going, "Hey, did you hear the news? No more transfer portal." It is legitimate based on what the NCAA has said. Per Ross Dellinger, here's the direct quote. This is stunning, by the way. NCAA rules do not prevent a student athlete from unenrolling from an institution, enrolling at a new institution, and competing immediately. Oh, no, I don't think I can perfectly emphasize the weight of that statement from the NCAA where Wisconsin said, whoa. We have a binding 2-year NIL agreement with this kid. And the NCAA says, no, you don't. He can unenroll and go elsewhere. And Wisconsin says, well, but it's an employment contract. The NIL agreement says he's an employee with us. The NCAA goes, well, if he quits, then he's not. And Wisconsin says, well, but, like, wait, he has to play. He can't go in the transfer portal because under NCAA rules, then you can't have, like, this isn't a thing. And the NCAA at this point is looking at Wisconsin saying, nothing you're saying is making sense. He can just kind of quit. He can quit his job, and his job is to play football for Wisconsin. And then if the kid wants to go to a different university, he can. And then the Big Ten releases a statement saying, this is really stupid. And again, the NCAA strong arms everybody. And if you're me, if you're you, if you're a general college football fan, what you derive from this is the NCAA is putting its hands up and saying, I'm done. I'm done. You wanted to appeal. You wanted 4 years of JUCO. You wanted an extra year eligibility. You wanted a COVID year. You wanted limited red shirts. You want medical red shirts. I'm done. They can leave the school. They can do whatever they want. Just exonerate me from this responsibility. And I don't care what they've signed. I don't care who they are. Let them go. Let my people go. The Pharaoh is giving up. Moses, take him away. And that's what we're seeing right now with the Lucas kid from Wisconsin. He's going to go to Miami. He's going to play. There's nothing anyone can do about it. And if you are a school right now who's got a kid on a 3-year, 2-year NIL contract, no, you don't.
Yeah. You made the Moses Pharaoh comparison. I compared it to the Wizard of Oz the other day. It is completely, the NCAA is so powerless that, and I just bought Wicked for $30. So you're welcome, Amazon Prime. But my kids wanted to watch it, so that I did it. It's the man behind the curtain. It's this big, great, powerful Oz pulling all of the levers and all the strings, pretending that this transfer portal exists, pretending that they have any kind of semblance of rule enforcement. And when the curtain gets pulled back, it's just a little measly old man sitting there pushing buttons, right? Yeah. Doing absolutely nothing but making you think that it's bigger than it is. And so it is. Is there, Drake, do me a favor real quick. Fix this. How do you fix it? Get ready for a rush with the BetUS Casino. We told you about the sports side a ton, but they have promotions and tournaments that make every play even more rewarding. Sign up now and experience the difference. Get your bonus, a 200% sign-up bonus up to $5,000 and a 250% crypto bonus up to $5,000 right now at the BetUS Casino.
Well, if you ask the SEC, or at this point the Big Ten, you leave the NCAA. That sounds really dramatic, but we've had those conversations dating back over a year of what happens if we just don't do this, and if we just don't have this governing body, and we all kind of agree to leave. Are we stuck? Now, the NCAA handles a lot, and I've been told this by multiple sources. They handle a ton of legal work, paperwork, having a governing body, and that effectively insures you from a lot of different things that can go wrong. But when that governing body that's supposed to protect you as a university from student athletes taking advantage of you and protect student athletes from universities taking advantage of them, when that governing body says, I'm done, I'm out, they can leave, they can do whatever they want, let the kids run wild. Now, we as universities who already see that our money's being taken away because the NCAA is the one who lost the House case. They're the ones now mandating that, oh, everyone pay us money. We're going bankrupt. And also pay the kids money. And now, if I am Greg Sankey, Tony Petiti, Brett Yormark, what's the point? What's the point? There has been so much ignorance and malpractice at the very top of those four letters that if I am a money-making business, I no longer want to be affiliated with. I work for a company. We just recently changed our payroll company. We didn't think the one we were using was doing a very good job. TJ, that payroll company helped us. We don't want to count the nickels and the dimes. We want to give it to somebody else. You be our legal team. You be our payroll team. They weren't very good at their jobs. So we left them, hired a different legal team, a different payroll team. We hire somebody to do it in-house. That's what eventually we're going to get to, because the NCAA now they have shown in the last 2 years complete incompetence.
It's almost like they know that anything that they try to do, any kind of standard from the past that they try to uphold, they know it will go to court. And the only entity that had a worse year than maybe FSU or other teams in college football was the NCAA. Every time they go to court, they lose. And so what could they have even done here for Wisconsin? Say like, oh no, you can't transfer because of this thing you signed or this agreement you had agreed to. I mean, they would have lost. They'd have lost in court, because right now I think the players hold all of the power. And I do think it's good that we've given athletes back a lot of the power, because they're the ones making the money anyway and generating the revenue. You don't buy tickets to go see the four letters of NCAA or ACC or Big 12 or whatever. You're going to see the players play. And so I think it's a good thing. I do think we've swung it way too far to the right, where you've got just absurd things happening with signing of contracts and then asking to get out of it or telling to get out of it. And schools not putting guys into the portal. Like, I don't think Wisconsin's blameless here. If he quits, he quits, right? Like, put him in the portal. So it seems like it's a good thing that we've given some of that power back. I don't know that we intended for things to shift this far one way or the other.
Yeah, if I'm the NCAA, it does. There is a common sense aspect to this, or you would hope a common sense aspect to this, where a jury of my peers, I need to please agree with the following: that if you are Wisconsin, it's really, really stupid to even want a kid for 2 years when the transfer portal is so rampant. I don't care if he's the number one best character guy on your roster. You avoid a situation like this if you just don't sign a 19-year-old, a 20-year-old to a 2-year contract. I mean, those guys can barely make up their mind as is, by and large. When I was 19, I was like, oh, well, whatever. And the transfer portal is such a big option for them. He wants to go make more money at Miami, have a better shot at the NFL at Miami. Let the kid go. Who are you as an administrator or a coach at Wisconsin saying, this kid, this 20-year-old, walked to my office, looked me in the eyes and said, Coach, I want to go somewhere else. I don't want to be here anymore. Me going, nope, you have to stay. What's that kid worth to you? What's he worth to your football program next year that you're enforcing this kid stay there, play for you, take the NIL deal that he signed? He can't leave. Nope, you can't quit because you signed this contract. Ha ha, you're stuck. I'm going to teach you a lesson. What are you, Wisconsin, getting out of that? What is that kid going to do for you on the football field? And let's say this, if you keep him just to bench him, now you're ruining a kid's life. Yes, yeah. To me, I hope, again, the jury of my peers looks at Wisconsin as the idiot, the big idiot here. NCAA being the bigger idiot as an umbrella on every subject. But here for Wisconsin, I know, like you said, the NCAA, they can't really push back because they'll get sued into oblivion and they'll lose. But for Wisconsin, this is a non-issue. Just be smart on the front end and let the kid go do whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, I hope that, and you're completely right. Like, what are you getting out of him, right? Like, he would just hold out and not play. You'd have to pay him anyway because you did sign the contract. You can't pay for play, all these things. But I do hope we get to a point where there's an understanding of, hey, you sign this agreement, you're going to stick it out. I don't know if we ever get there. I don't know if maybe making the players employees down the road, who knows, right? Who knows what actually ends up happening here? putting buyouts into it like coaches have. Hey, you want to take this kid off our roster? You got to pay us to do it. Maybe that curbs some of this. I don't know, but it is insane on all sides, and something to be interested in and continue to follow. Because as crazy as we think this story is, just buckle up. There's certainly more coming, and we'll certainly talk about them. Drake, where can people follow you? Where can they get more of your content?
Yeah, at LO Big 12 and at Drake C. Toll on Twitter or wherever you find your podcast with Locked On Big 12.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy.
Of course.